activate or to enter into force. A decision already taken by the United States Congress many years ago, to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. None before him, then he said, we offer now official United States recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. If Israel were to succeed, the capital of Israel. If Israel were to succeed in getting more countries to do what the United States has done, it would then be able to override the resolution of the Council of the United Nations and of the General Assembly and present the world with what is known as a fait accompli. We are now in charge of Jerusalem, and we have international recognition of Jerusalem as our capital. We now have legal jurisdiction over Jerusalem. This is important for Israel, because unless she achieves the claim to be the holy state of Israel is hollow. You can't be the, and you do not have legal control over Jerusalem. So this is part of the stage by stage process through which this Israel could eventually claim to be the holy Israel of Nabi Dawood alayhi salam and Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam. There are other things that Israel must do in order to claim to be holy Israel. For example, the Torah says that the Holy Land extends from the river of Egypt, that is the river Nile, until the river Euphrates. So Israel will have to take control over all that territory, which is known as the Eastern Delta in Egypt. From the river Nile to the Red Sea is called the Eastern Delta. It is the most fertile part of Egypt. It's the part that produces all the food. Okay? Israel will have to take over this territory. Israel will also have to take the territory all the way until the river Euphrates. For that, Israel will have to wage a big war. Oh yes. If Israel is to claim to be the holy Israel of Nabi Dawood and Nabi Sulaiman, Israel also has to rebuild what they call the temple of Solomon. But in the Quran, Allah does not refer to it as a temple. In the Quran, Allah speaks of لَهُدِّمَتْ صَوَامِعُ وَبِيعٌ وَصَلَوَاتٌ وَمَسَاجِدٌ. 4. Churches, temples, synagogues, and masajid. But when Allah refers to this Bayt Allah of Allah, He refers to it as Masjid. Masjid al-Aqsa. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi min al-Masjid al-Harami ila al-Masjid al-Aqsa. I think this is perhaps the only place in the whole Quran that the name Masjid al-Aqsa appears. If Israel is to claim to be the holy Israel of Nabi Dawood and Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam, Israel will have to be using what we call dinar and dirham as money. Gold coins and silver coins. Because that's what they were using in Jerusalem, in holy Israel. And every Jew knows that the money we're now using is bogus, it's fraudulent, it's haram, it's bogus, it's fraudulent, it's haram, and I've been saying that for 20 years now. Yes. Sometimes I lose patience. You can't be too angry with me. I sometimes lose patience. I sometimes become angry that I'm talking and talking and talking for 20 years now and they're not listening to me. And I'm seeing my people growing poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer. Bangladesh becoming so miserably poor, Pakistan becoming so miserably poor, Egypt becoming so miserably poor, Algeria becoming so miserably poor, Morocco becoming so miserably poor, Indonesia becoming so miserably poor, all of Africa becoming so miserably poor. Shall I continue? It's happening before my eyes. Yes, I'm seeing it. And I know what is the cause of it. And I'm shouting from the mountaintop. But they won't listen to me. What can I do? Israel will have to restore gold and silver coins as money. And I pray to Allah, I don't want to see that day. Because the shame and the disgrace Muhammad will be too much for me. So please, please, please Allah, send the angel and take me away from this world. I don't want to see that day. When Israel will start using dinar and dirham, and we're still using the bogus Pakistani rupee. Yeah. So all of these things Israel has to do. And what Trump did was one step towards that eventual capacity to claim we are the holy state of Israel. If we were to analyze the implications of what he has done for us, not for them, then I have offered only one so far. I will have to eventually deliver a lecture in which I will have to analyze it more comprehensively. What I have done is to point out that Jerusalem is the most important city in the world for a Christian, as a Christian. Jerusalem is the most important city in the world for a Jew, as a Jew. And for a Muslim, in Akhir Zaman, Jerusalem is the most important city in the world. As a Muslim, in Akhir Zaman. The most important city in the world for a Muslim is Jerusalem. What then should have been done? Answer: you should have done what Nabi Muhammad ﷺ did when he went to Yathrib in the north. Now it's called Medina. He spent 7 months negotiating an agreement where all the different tribes would live and share the city on the basis of mutual peace between each other. It was called the Mithaq of Medina. It brought into being a plural model of a state. The unit of the state was not this individual, like in Pakistan and Britain and so on, where the individual is the unit of the state, and the individual goes and votes in election. But in Medina, it was not the individual who was the unit of the state. The unit of the state was the tribe. And there was a multiplicity of tribes, some of them Jewish, some of them pagan Arabs, and some of them Muslim. And so he brought into being a plural model of a state, in which they all shared the city. And that would have been a sensible and intelligent solution to the problem of Jerusalem. That Islam, Judaism, and Christianity would have shared Jerusalem in peace on the basis of political equality and religious equality, none claiming to be superior to the other. and mutual respect for each other. You cannot be attacking my religion and live together in the same home with me. So a plural model of a city-state, a plural model of a city-state in which all three, the Muslims, the Christians, and the Jews, would have shared Jerusalem